Hi, this is Father Simon Lobo. I'm here at Saint Benedict Parish by this beautiful stained glass window of the Last Supper. And as we begin these holiest of days, what we call the Holy Triduum, I'm mindful of the fact that this year things are a bit different because of the coronavirus. So we're not able to celebrate and pray in the normal ways, but I want to offer you a quick reflection on how we can enter in this year. So starting today with Holy Thursday. On Holy Thursday, I want to highlight three things. First is the washing of the feet. Second is the institution of the Eucharist and the priesthood. And finally, the procession to what's called the altar of repose, where we take the Blessed Sacrament to the garden, where Jesus was there in the Garden of Gethsemane. So too, we spend this time in prayer with Jesus. So first, the washing of the feet. I remember one Holy Thursday where everybody came forward. I was about to start washing people's feet, and the very first person, somebody I knew, they had taken off their socks and their feet had these splotchy marks on them. I thought they had this weird rash. And so I looked up at the person and we both kind of smiled, and I realized they had been wearing these patterned socks, not unlike, my very own. These are my Nacho Libre socks. But then seriously, as I was reflecting, this was somebody who has done so much to serve the parish and serve me. And I had this moment to return the favor symbolically to wash their feet. And it was so fitting. Jesus said, I have given you this model. Now you go and do likewise. And I would suggest that even in your own homes, among your family, if you can, to take some time to wash one another's feet as a symbol of service. Secondly, we celebrate the institution of the Eucharist and the priesthood. And on this day, you might be feeling that pain of being separated, not able to receive Holy Communion. We can still be in spiritual communion with Jesus, but I would also say it could be a moment to pray in thanksgiving for the precious body and blood, together with the soul and divinity of Jesus, that so often I know for myself I take for granted. Also on this day, if you would, please pray for priests. We need all the help we can get, and this is a special day, kind of like an anniversary for priests. If you can, follow along with the live stream that the Archbishop is leading at the cathedral today at livestream.com/Halifax Yarmouth for the Mass tonight. But also, I would encourage you to celebrate a kind of special or sacred meal with your family. If you're by yourself, you can get on a call with a friend and share a meal together. You might open a bottle of wine, have some lamb, some bitter herbs, some unleavened bread, whatever you want, but enjoy and celebrate. I think of what's called the Seder meal that the Jewish people would celebrate every year in honor of the Passover. And usually the youngest child would ask this question: why is this night different from all other nights? Which would springboard into a conversation about salvation history, where they would recall God saving the people from slavery in Egypt and taking them to the promised land. And so too, it's a great time to have a conversation about what God has done to save us from slavery to sin and given us new life. Thirdly, as we would normally process to the altar of repose in the Garden of Gethsemane, I encourage you might set up a little bit of a Garden of Gethsemane in your own home. If you've got a prayer corner, maybe add a few plants, a cactus or a bonsai or something, and just take some time. Jesus, as he invited his own disciples to join him in prayer, said, would you not stay awake for 1 hour to pray with me? So too, we can take some time to pray with Jesus in the garden. I myself every year look forward to this moment to take a few minutes of quiet prayer. I usually bring my Bible and a prayer journal so I can write a few things, and it's often in the whole year one of the moments where I have the most intimate prayer with Jesus in the garden, and often I get renewed in my own sense of call to the priesthood. So three things: we can try to wash one another's feet, to share a sacred meal, and finally to pray in the garden. I hope you're able to join with the live stream at the cathedral, joining our Archbishop and the whole diocese together. Go to livestream.com/Halifax Yarmouth. Once again, God bless you, and may you have a holy Thursday.
you.